The biggest misconception about homelessness is that people often choose to live that lifestyle. Homelessness has been a problem all over the world for decades and can impact any individual from any age range. According to the Law Enforcement and Security Organization, 18% of the homeless population is under 18 years old. 8% is around 18 to 24 years old, and 74% are around 25 or older. Homelessness can bring psychological trauma to an individual, so much so it pushes them to the point of suicide. In 2008, my father's house burned down due to an electrical fire, and he lost absolutely everything. Not only did he lose his house, but he also lost his job because of the Great Recession that was occurring at the moment. And while all of this was still going on, he was getting persecuted by my mother for $70,000 in child support that he did not have. The only difference between my father and a homeless person was that he had people supporting him through his journey and through his financial recovery. Homelessness is something very unpredictable, and it is something that can happen to almost anyone at any time. Homelessness can be a very confusing and dehumanizing time in a person's life, but together we can help make the lives of the people who are less fortunate than ourselves more bearable by providing our support and helping out homeless communities. Some people may be oblivious to all the struggles and roadblocks that are in homeless person's life, typically overlooking the seriousness of that homeless person's situation. Homelessness can bring many problems in an individual's life, such as starvation, suicide, mental illness, and other health conditions like cancer or even heart problems. In general, a person may be living in extreme poverty and may not be able to afford the proper medical care he or she may need. Other times, an individual may be born into homelessness and might experience problems with brain development, learning, or may even develop lifelong health conditions because of the extremely bad living quality. One big factor of homelessness is extreme poverty. Homeless people who live in extreme poverty have to survive on the streets and deal with looking for shelter and other necessities. Since they're financially struggling, homeless people may not have access to sanitary food or water because they can't afford it, which often leads them to eating foods that have already been disposed of. Space in homeless shelters are also getting very scarce because of the increasing number of homeless individuals. With emergency shelters being too full, the rest of the homeless population is still forced to sleep on the streets with no shelter. But together, we can help prevent the rising deaths among the homeless and continue to reincorporate the homeless back into society instead of looking at them like societal outcasts. The things we can do to help the homeless crisis is by providing small packaged snacks or maybe even a couple of bucks whenever possible. If we make a collective effort to give at least $1 or $2 to every homeless person we see on the street, they may be able to accumulate enough money to purchase the basic assets of life, like food, clothing, or maybe even shelter. Also, by providing snacks for the homeless people, we're not only providing them with essential food for survival, but we are also showing them that we care, which can really uplift the spirits of a homeless person. So, by providing any type of support, whether that be food or money, you're giving that individual resolve to keep going on in life. And whenever you may run into someone who is homeless on the street, at least give $1 or even loose change that you may have in your car to help. I hope that nobody has to go through the type of psychological distress that homelessness gives you. And I also hope that many of you decide to brighten up someone's day.